So, hi there. Now I have a picture of a dot, as I talked about in my previous video, around auras and all that. I'm not so sure that if I upload this picture that it would fit the size of, so maybe it's dark around, but it should be like white all around and then just a black dot there. Oh, by the way, thank you for your comments. I don't read comments anymore, as I said, and I saw also that there were some comments back on older videos, which I won't read either. I won't read any comments for, I don't know for how long, and maybe forever, but at least for it feels like a long time. I can change my mind quite quickly, though. I know myself that well, but I don't think so. I feel better not reading, so. But I can respond as to anyone that this is from Eckhart Tolle, but I love it and it's very true also. Thanks for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. Yeah. That's my last say on anything. Honestly, yeah. I'm really tired now, so I'm a little bit teary or so. Or I'm really, really tired, actually. I didn't even know how tired I was. I mean, I was sleeping. I will go to the aura and so soon. And I also will pick some cards for you because I appreciate, I don't know, and really it's not my business whatever intents others have. It's all up to you, so I will just leave that part. But still, I appreciate both likes and comments, even though I don't read the comments. So I will pick some cards that you can choose from. You don't see them now, obviously, but I will read a little bit for you. I will choose, I will pick 7 cards, so pick a number for what is for you. If you want several messages, then maybe you can pick several, but you should choose one, I mean, in an order, so that one is more in your face, let's say. Gosh, I'm tired. Maybe I shouldn't do this when I'm like this. But the thing is, I didn't know how much too little sleep that I have had for a long while now. It's quite a pressure around in some ways. Yeah, it is. And I don't even, sometimes you get so, whether it's tense or whatever it is, so you don't even recognize it. You're so used to it until you sleep. And this night I slept so much longer. And I need quite a lot of sleep because I pick up too much information all the time. And it was so nice. So it feels like I could sleep forever now. Like I never wanted to wake up, and I already want to go to sleep, although I did wake up quite recently now. I just want to go to sleep. Oh, but then again, yeah, I want to do videos, so also audios. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for being here with me for whatever reason. That's surprising to me. Although I feel I have some things to share, but I do it in a very random way. So whomever is here, I wonder. I get really suspicious at what everyone is doing here. But anyways, yeah. I will just try to breathe, and the rest of the day I will just chill, I think. I was doing, as I said, I do card readings a little bit on a Facebook page. And they are so very appreciative and appreciating. I really enjoy that. I like to do it anyways, but if you get the feedback and know how it exactly matched what they feel is correct or could help them in some direction or something, that really is important, especially if you do mediumship or psychic work. You can't do it without, you can probably, but you have to take the response in consideration, because otherwise you could be all, all out in the blue with no reality checks whatsoever. So I mean, the feedback and the response is crucial in this kind of work. And to be open to question yourself to some degree. But then again, I've learned over the years that it's often very correct. So I don't question the things I see or the things I pick up. I don't immediately question them. It takes something to really make me do that, if so. And I'm not saying I'm always correct. It's just that very often what I pick up or the messages I get is correct. And no matter what other people deny or say, usually it's still correct. And usually I also get to know that quickly or after a while. So yeah. So I don't doubt what I see, but I'm still not, I'm not closed off to the possibility that it can be totally wrong. You have to be that, otherwise you are a little bit nuts. And maybe we are all a little bit nuts. Yeah. We are like with this whole one as, I think so much about relationships now and all that. Love. And the silliness of it all. I can't even deal. But it's beautiful and awesome, and also so, when you see it from afar, let's say, it seems just idiotic and stupid in many ways, don't it? But then again, when you're in it, it seems, I don't know, then it's just what it is. But why did I talk about that? I don't know. Yeah, but I wonder so much about these things, and about the oneness, about also, as I talked about, that I'm a spiritual anarchist. I love that so much. Yeah, also in that manner, not only because of the oneness thing or so on, but also and that I don't want to be trapped, or I don't want to be I don't want frames of sorts, especially in that area, to define my view or vision or whatever. Because it is kind of unlimited, so why? Yeah. Oh gosh. This is even the worst video now. I shouldn't do this when I'm so tired, but I will still. Yeah. So where was I? Anyways, I think about this oneness thing, and how we run from our own shadows, and we chase our shadows, and we who may not be in sync too very well, we are just the reflections of each other. You know that, right? That we are our shadows. Yeah. Shadow sides, meaning the things we don't see in ourselves, but also sometimes it's very good things we don't see in ourselves and just see in others. Yeah. There is a guy I really, really miss. Gosh, it's because I'm tired now. Now I get sad. Like, there is this guy that I really, really miss. Oh gosh, no, not going into crying mode. Yeah. I think maybe I uploaded that here when he passed some years ago. Not so long ago. I don't even know the year. How bad is that? I don't have, years are very strange to me, but lately anyways. So when he passed, I just now looked out and I saw 2 birds flying. So that's why I came to think about him suddenly. But when he had passed, and when I heard about that same day, there was a flock of birds that came, and they went back and forth over the house. I mean, bunches of birds. It was like, I don't know how many, but and I've never seen them do that before, like high above the roof. But they were like swaying in the wind, almost like back and forth, and I thought, what are they doing? So therefore I had to go out on the balcony, and also took the camera because they were acting weird, I thought. And then they made this heart shape, like a huge over the sky, and then they went away. And I don't know, but to me it was a message from him. Yeah. and I miss him. Yeah, I have mentioned him before, but he was one of those persons. He was in my class forever. We went to, I don't know if we even went to preschool together, but at least like from first class, and we lived in the same little village with like 200 households or so. And we have always had contact, but not frequently always, but like now and then, and wherever I live. I don't know how that really come. I mean, we weren't very similar as personalities, but he was really, really kind. I was also kind sometimes. I'm not saying that, but I mean, I realized that before he passed, how like he's such a solid person, like this. I don't know. I don't know, maybe I miss him, but I also miss that I didn't really realize that before. I appreciated him totally before as well, absolutely. I just, I maybe didn't realize how rare it is with people like him. Yeah. And also the things he saw when I was a teenager, it was like messy in some ways. And I never knew because he was always around, but we didn't hang out with the same. I mean, all of us who came from that small place had some kind of bond, I guess. But I didn't know until just maybe a few years before he passed. I mean, we reconnected on Facebook after I don't know for how long we hadn't been in touch then. It was some years, I guess. But anyways, I always felt like we have always felt in contact in some ways. But still, he went through so many tough stuff also in his life. Yeah. Anyways, such a lovely person, and then after so long time, he mirrored so well the things he saw even when he was so young that was going on around me, and I had no clue anyone saw that. Actually, I had no clue that anyone even cared. But he did. Never saying anything, just being there, like. I don't know. As some sort of. As some sort of silent support, I guess. Or. yeah, very protective. You always felt that, like, he was always on your side, kind of thing, with him. Yeah, when we were younger, probably I don't know, remember us fighting, but I was kind of, I'm sure we didn't always agree or something, but, or he was like, probably mock me or throwing snowballs. I don't know. I assume there was some stuff like that, probably, but yeah, he could sometimes be, mocking in a kind way, kind of, but still annoying sometimes, yeah. But mostly just sweet. And and he had a heart of gold, as some people do. Sorry, this got really, really sad. But I just, I wish that I would have seen him as much as he saw me. Or he saw a lot of things, I think, yeah. But I didn't. But then also he was very different from other... I have always had bunches, actually, of friends and male friends as well. And when I was younger, everyone, like, I had no boundaries as such, in the sense that it was my apartment or my things or my money or my anything. People I was hanging out with could just use my stuff, or even if they wanted something, they could take it. I was more like that. And I didn't even consider my space as my home, like, or as my... I considered it as a place where you could be, like, and others, if they wanted to be there too, they could. So that had been the case when I lived alone, anyways. Not when I have a shared apartment with friends or so on. It would have been different, but otherwise it have been like an open space where people could have just come and been, not hanging out with me exactly, but just be there or sleep there or just do whatever they wanted, yeah. But anyways, the thing I thought about now was that this guy, also being a guy, there were those who, obviously quite many who weren't all that considerate, and also quite many who I now would not consider friends. And some have changed also. I know that some may have grown a little bit and understand better now. I can see that when I meet someone or so on. Yeah, I can see that they know that they weren't exactly okay, and that they now want to be, that kind of thing. But when it comes to him, he always was super okay. Always respectful and sweet. Oh, I didn't know my cat was here. She suddenly moved. I didn't know. Okay. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, so that was long story, a little bit about him then. I don't know what to say really about him, just that I miss him, and I wish that I would have told him how much I appreciate him. And but I think he knew, kind of, because he did see things, so I think he knew, though. This was always only on a very friendshipy level, but still very close in a way, and just that feeling that you always knew who this person is, not a fake. Yeah, but I wish he's well wherever he is now. I've seen him a few times since he passed. And the last time I saw him, he smiled at me, so... yeah. And he also said a few things to me. A few things that I probably needed. Never mind. I won't go into that, but yeah. He have communicated a few things to me as well. For example, stuff to stay away from. Not stuff, but actually people. Yeah. Okay. Moving on, right? God, I'm so tired now. But I promised you some cards, so I will do that then. I probably should need one myself. I feel so tired, so I almost have no energy. I just I don't know, almost no energy to shuffle the cards. Okay, I have to have more light now. The cat will get mad at me. So, have you chosen your number? For number 1, this is your card. Creativity. You don't even have to actually interpret that much, do you? But I will read what it says also. I wish you could see. It's very beautiful, the card as well, but now I don't have it up. So imagine, close your eyes, maybe you see it then. Let's see now. Here it is. Yeah. Transcend the traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationships, or the like, to create new meaningful things. If you have been in resistance to your creativity, this is a good time to let it out of the bag. Everyone is a creator of their own at their core. Everyone is an artist. What have you always wanted to create but haven't yet? If you are in the middle of a creation, now is the time for it to progress. Meet your inner artist. Let the world be a canvas for your individual expression. Yeah. And that's also the thing with power. I mean, if you have a lot of that, you can create so much beautiful things. So, yeah. It's weird when sometimes I feel it's weird when you see some use their potential. I mean, their creativity actually, but it's almost like not creativity when it's not positive. Then it's called like destructivity or something actually. Not to construct but to destruct, when they use so much force in that direction. But there need to be a balance with everything, right? Black and white, whatever. I don't know, but it's you can just see how much good there could be from that same source if one would choose that. But anyways, number 2 here. Security. Wow. Number 2. This is my response to your comments in a way, because I don't want to read them, so I pick cards for you. Or you pick cards for you, if you say. Now is not the time to face your fears. This is the time to send yourself the message. I care too much about you to deny you the feeling of safety. Yeah, say that to yourself. You deserve to feel a sense of surety in your safety and or stability. You deserve to experience an emotional state free from loss, fear, danger, or risk. What do you need in order to feel more secure? What do you need in order to feel safer? Do those things for yourself now. They may be things as big as ending a relationship, or they may be things as small as taking a bubble bath. It is not time to soothe yourself. A crime. It is time to soothe yourself. It's not a crime to soothe yourself. It's not self-loving to be living in a perpetual state of fear. Yeah, that's really awesome when you, I mean, fear come and go, I guess, like every emotion. But to have been so terrified, honestly, so that of fears are gone, it doesn't mean that I would never feel fear. And it doesn't mean that I don't think there are kind of, in a sense, things to fear. I mean, rather, there are things that could harm. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, it was like an overload of that, and then it just went away. I can't. I don't know if I. Probably I can feel fear. I don't know. If someone drive very quickly and carelessly, for example, yes, I can. Like that kind of. But generally, I really don't. I think it's too much to deal with. I mean, it's the wholeness of everything that goes on in the world and in the universe, and also minor, closer things maybe. Or, I mean, you never just know. So there is so pointless. It's so pointless to just. I mean, maybe it's becoming almost cynical or something, but it's just not there. I don't know. I probably could scare myself shitless, as they say again, but I don't know. Yeah. Also, I guess it's both an exhaustion of that emotion of sorts that just ends. I don't know, and also that on some level, not that I realize that all the time, but oftentimes I actually do realize that this is just this whole, not a game, but this this creation that goes on, and the big picture and the wholeness of it all. I cannot know a lot of things, and I can certainly not judge. I don't have that position, and I don't have that wholeness of view to do that. But I still do. Sometimes I can still feel anger and be quite. I can feel a lot of those things, and people sometimes say that the base of those are fear. So I don't know. Maybe it's beneath there are some fears that I don't know of, but I don't feel them anyways. But I can feel those kinds of things sometimes, and then I judge at the moment when I feel that. But mainly I know not to do that. I know that a little bit too well. So there is almost, and also being a medium and everything. Okay, I ramble now. This was number 2. I should go on with the cards, but I mean, I know that life continues, and this is not the trap, but this is the painful place sometimes. And this is also the most awesome place to be, and to have a physical body and live with this life and everything. It's wonderful, and I want to stay here. But still, I realize that the tension is here, and the release is the other thing. There is so much beauty and harmony and love and everything that is not in conflict in the same sense when you cross over, as you say. So there is no fear related to that. And some people, I mean, many people have that, and I don't. It's more that I like to stay, and I enjoy this whole ride. And going on here now. I get so deep. And still this is on the surface. I will go in depth to things, I promise you that. I don't know if I like promises much, but yeah, my aim and my intention is to go deep sometime. And that I don't do in my number 3, sexuality. That I don't do on my other channel. I don't ramble. It's not that I hide this. I don't care that much, but I want to keep it a little bit more strict there. Okay. Sexuality for you, number 3. What is this about? It says, you are being called to explore and embrace your sexuality. Your sexual wholeness, confidence, and full expression, or lack thereof, relates to every other area of your life, especially when you are unaware of it. From an emotional and psychological standpoint, your sexual identity is shaped way before adolescence and puberty. Sexual shame or repression is a learned behavior. It is not something inherent within us. If we have repressed a piece of ourselves, I'm sorry, I have a cold, or maybe it was I was crying. Oh, sorry, that doesn't sound good. Oh, I could pause. Yeah, right. I didn't. Oh. It is not something inherent within us. Yeah. Sexual shame or repression is a learned behavior. It is not something inherent within us. If we have repressed a piece of ourselves as a result of unconscious or subconscious shame, we create a fracture in our psyche. We dissociate from this aspect of ourselves, which the world has told us is dirty, shameful, or wrong. In a desperate attempt to receive the love and approval we need to survive, we hide away this piece of us that has been deemed unlovable. This is not healthy. Sexual energy is creative energy. We cannot repress, dissociate from, or deny our sexuality without also repressing, dissociating from, and denying our creative energy. Allow yourself to experience sexual and sensual pleasure. Great healing will come as a result of it. Beautiful for number 3. And number 4 then. Festivity. Let's see. I will drink a little bit of water, but just... Festivity. Was this number 4, right? Yeah. Oh gosh, I almost... Good that I don't take more cards. I would not remember which one it was. Okay. It is time to celebrate. There are many things in life to celebrate, so you always have the excuse to do so. But it must also, it must be known that you do not need an excuse to celebrate. That being said, this card is your excuse to celebrate. So go do it. And remember, celebration is always better when other people are invited to the party. Make your pleasure known. Ask yourself, what can I celebrate? Make this day special. Wow, beautiful. I'm sorry. My nose. This is very beautiful cards with a couple of hearts. Actually, many hearts. I see that now. Very, very beautiful. Many cards. No, many hearts. I mean, when you look at it, more and more hearts pop up. So, yeah, beautiful. Okay, number 5 then, right? I hope I didn't skip anyone. I'm too tired to do this. You who chose number 5 then. And they can, as you see, be mixed together. This is creativity, but now it is reversed for you. So let's see. It's a different meaning there. Maybe you have blocked it some way then. You decided long ago that it was much more important to be good than to be yourself. You are living and thinking inside of a box. Not everything should be judged as good or bad before or after it is expressed. Yeah, nothing should really be, honestly. You are suffering from personal containment. Get out of the routine of your life. Try some radical new experiences. Take on different perspectives. Shake it up. Inspiration exists, but it will not pierce the walls of your cocoon. Yeah. It's time to break the mold. Yeah, this is almost like, not like depression, I wouldn't say, but it's almost like the card. It's like you have forgotten that this is out there, that it, yeah, I won't say more about that. Number 6 then, for you who chose that, you have reveal the mystery reversed. Okay. Let's see. How can you reveal it reversed? I'm just kidding. Okay. You have either made a mistake or could be in the process of making a mistake that could negatively affect your life. If you have already made a mistake, it is of paramount importance that you learn from this mistake. What has it taught you to do different in the future? This experience will give rise to wisdom and a sincerity that will serve you throughout the course of your life. If you feel like you are about to make a mistake, this is your opportunity to not make the mistake. Choose another course of action. Sometimes mistakes are unavoidable and we are meant to learn from them because the experience is in accordance with the plan of our growth. Sometimes mistakes are avoidable and we are meant to grow by becoming aware of them prior to their manifestation. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, maybe I'll tap a bit. Yeah. So this is for you then. I think this is an advice not to do that, whatever is your intent. It will not suit you well, let's say. And you kind of know that it might not. Okay. Now number 7. Calming reversed. Oh, this is also very beautiful. Just blue colors. This is for you, the last one. The last card. And if you want to, you can write what you thought about. I won't read the comments though, but maybe you can communicate among each other if you like. About what the cards meant for you or what you did pick up from them. This for number 7. Stress has a choke hold on your life. Internal and external conflicts in your life have caused you to abandon yourself. You need to let yourself off the hook and do whatever helps you to feel a sense of calm. It may very well be time for a vacation. You deserve to feel at peace. Give yourself the message that you deserve to feel at peace by stepping away from the conflicts in your life long enough to regain inner and outer harmony. Yeah, this is, I didn't pick a card, but I feel like this is one of mine anyways. Several of them could match me anyways, but still. I hope this gave you something. Yeah. And as I said about these videos, maybe they are stressful for others since I don't get to the point quickly and so on. I would probably get irritated listening to myself, but to me they are relaxing, sitting and like just talking like this. But now I will go to the whole aura thing again. The aura thing, yeah. I think I could talk about this for 6 months, but I won't. Yeah. Okay, where was I now? Well, yeah, as I have this up now, so you can, anyways, that I talked about previously. But you know that you can also measure energies like electricity and so on. But there is also those Kirlian, they're called, cameras where you can measure the aura on a picture, or there are other ways you can measure that too. But we can still measure our auras if we wish to with those. I should still have learned those words, those never mind, pointers as I call them, but pendulums or so on. If we want to use tools, we can do that. So to first learn to get to know your own aura, then you can, for example, you can take your hands and the palms of your hands to gently move them towards each other and then pull them apart and then gently move them together again or closer and then apart, and they feel like cotton or something in between there, and that's the aura you feel then. And you can also it's easy to feel, it's just that we seldom get aware or think about it, so, and the more you tune into and focus in on it, the more easily you feel it, and you can feel various things, it's not just that, but you can start to feel it more clearly and so on, so you can pick up info from it as well. And when you have done that, it depends on what is easiest for you as a person. It differs, but usually it's maybe easier to feel it like that, and then eventually it will be as easy to see it. So yeah, and you can also go towards someone who stands still, and then ask they to go towards you, or maybe you can have your palms outwards, and so you can feel where the aura starts, so their aura field. And when you feel that it's like there is not a wall, it's not that thick obviously, but when you feel some, it can feel like tingles also in the fingers, then it's where the aura starts, and it's different levels also. And if you feel the coldness can also be the case, but sometimes coldness indicates some imbalance. So, but you are not supposed to from the beginning obviously to sort of diagnose or go into that, but just to feel it. But it can feel like that. And they can also feel like you invade their space when you cross into their aura field, or auric field, maybe you say. And I've mentioned this before, but I was at Mora, in this place in Sweden. They had this, it was a 6-month treatment center when they treated those with problems with food. Food addictions, but also bulimic and anorexic and whatnot. And it was very odd in many ways. It was like a hotel. You lived in your rooms in the hotel. You could be outdoors, but it was not. I wonder about that. I won't be too critical, but I wonder about the whole idea of treatment. And some of those who worked there were absolutely awesome. The therapist I had, who sadly, he was there like 2 times, and then he was not. I mean, you went there 6 times during these 6 months, then for a week or what it was, maybe I don't remember really. And this was also maybe I was 26, I think, or something. And they had this. You had all kind of video films or something that you could watch alone in your hotel room there. But that was like, aside from those, when you went talking to some therapist then, or we went out eating also sometime, but it was a very sort of weird kind of treatment. And then afterwards you got this diploma that you were free from your disorder. That was odd. Yeah, like as if it was almost a diploma for themselves that they had been treating people to get well. I mean, it was very odd. And also the one who actually owned that place, he was a sexologist, are they called? And he was so rough, you were going to take your clothes off and be on a scale, and they measured you and stuff, and I really didn't feel absolutely comfortable undressing there with him in the room, it was just him, as I recall, in the room, and you were like stripping naked. Anyways, he was like not he was really he didn't, what can I say, he did not really suit his position, let's say. I mean, especially working with girls and in this even if it would have been boys, but in these with these kinds of problems. Not that I had a lot of problems with my self-image, with my body and so on. I never did, really. But still, it was kind of uncomfortable just not knowing someone just undress suddenly in front of them in the room. But at least sober. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, but he was like almost irritated just to take up. I mean, he was, he was not even compassionate in any kind of way. That was odd. And also that diploma. But what I was going to say was not that. It was about the whole aura thing. That he was a hypnotist, the one that was my treater. Do you say that? He was giving me treats. He was treating me. Anyways, he was awesome. Sadly, he then moved to somewhere and did something else because he was super great. But the thing he did, when he also explained just how hypnosis was going, I didn't know about these things then much, and I did do some self-hypnosis, I guess. I started around that age anyways, but I was not very, I didn't have much of a clue. But when he started to just explain how it goes, how you do it, then I just went into deep state, I'm sorry about it, almost the mic. Yeah, into deep state. And he almost couldn't shake me up, make me come up from that again. It was very weird. And they gave me these licorice root to chew on, because then I had something to do and hold in my hand, because every time, it was also not so many years after my psychosis, the cannabis psychosis I had, so maybe it was that I just drifted away from this reality so easy. So yeah, he gave me, so I could constantly chew on those, and then I was still here, otherwise I was just totally gone. But another thing was that he walked around in the room when you had those hours where you were talking to him or so on. And he'd said this the first time, that tell me if I come too close when I walk around, if you feel uncomfortable about that or something, because I like to walk around during the sessions. And I said, well, I would never feel that. I would feel that you go too far away. And that's also say something about my boundaries or my aura, because I didn't feel that. No one could come too close to me, sort of. I just felt that they could go too far away. Like in that sense, anyways. Emotionally, I don't know. Probably I would have felt differently. But also I felt quite safe with that person. Anyways. It was surprising to him that I felt it that way. I wanted him to stand very close rather than go to the other end of the room. So, yeah. Anyways. Also, if you can sense that there is bad weather coming or so on, you can sense the aura in that kind of way, and also develop this sensitivity very strongly if you focus on it. So. And then you also can feel those meridians in the earth, and also, pipelines, is that the word for water and whatnot? You can feel those also. But yeah, if you have a pendulum, anyways, I will talk about that a little bit, how you can do it. Then you can ask the pendulum. First of all, maybe I should explain, but yeah, you know about this. This is like very basic. So, but you hold it usually in between your thumb and index finger, in a relaxed way, so you won't move it, and you usually don't hold your elbow onto something, but you hold it. You hold your arm up. So, but anyways, you can then ask, and I think the spirit world influence even the cards, or even the whatever you use, what kind of tools you may use. But then you can ask it to say yes or no, and then usually it goes clockwise when it says yes, and the other way for no. But that depends. It can be different, like in swinging back and forth for one, or in a circle for something else. Depends. So ask your own pendulum how it you wish to show it to you. I think also sometimes when you want to show it clearer, it does it that way, so that one is like a circle and one is straight, so that makes it clearer that it's a difference. You can also use the pendulum when it comes to colors of the aura, but I won't talk about that now. So you can also use the pendulum when you walk towards someone, so that when you reach the aura field of theirs, it will start to react on that. So yeah. And obviously, if it swings back and forth, it depends on if it swings back and forth from and to you or side to side. It may mean different things. So you can communicate kind of with the pendulum, obviously. Yeah. And you can be your own pendulum as well. But I've talked about that before. It needs to be, you need to be even more in tune then, or rather more neutral, to be able to do that. But and those other things that I talked about that I call still, like, yeah, you know what they are called. There are those here that I've commented on the right word for it. But yeah, those you can hold in. You hold one in each hand, and they are like, they have this like 90-degree angle, and then how can I explain it? Yeah, never mind. You know probably what I mean. You can use, if you don't use you can use branches from trees for these kinds of things. You can use a lot of things, honestly, not only these things, but these you keep them parallel and hold them in your hands, and then maybe they widens or cross each other meanwhile you walk or check something. You can like communicate with them and ask them for things, like if I have lost, I've done that sometimes. I mean, if an item is, I don't know where it is, or if someone else have lost an item, I can go there and check with those, and they will show where it is. So usually, so I have used some hard like copper wire. So yeah, that leads energy very good. So you can measure where there is water. You can do a lot of things with them. But also when it comes to the aura, it's like, yeah. I mean, you can use these as well as the pendulum. You can use these to ask any question. It's like, as I said, it's an extra tool to communicate with the spirit world. Therefore, I very seldom use either of them, because I could just like ask. But sometimes, nowadays, I probably would never need it. But sometimes I also find it fun. Actually, I like to, and when I'm with others, also it's kind of fun. Because others can see. Otherwise, I see it within just, and so. But yeah. Also, you can start to ask questions you already know the answer to, and then other things that you don't know for the moment. If you feel like uncertain, that you could trust what it shows, you can start with that. Yeah. Yeah. So, what else to say? But then you can also use them as with the pendulum. If you walk towards someone and their aura, you would feel that. So, and since I'm mixed so much together, maybe I should not go into more things right now. And also talked about a lot of other things. And if you want your pendulum to become more, if you really want to use that as a tool, this is not needed for the whole working with the aura, but that can be helpful. Then it's good if you carry it around, if you have it around your neck or in a silver chain, some say. that is a little bit longer, so that you can use that immediately when you want to. But then it's contact with your heart chakra all the time, and every time you use it, it becomes like it energized. So, and also you have contact with it all the time. And if you don't wear it, it's suggested to wear a red bag of what is the word? Maybe silk. No, some. I don't know the fabric, the word for the fabric, but anyways, if you don't have it, because the red color will give it strength as well as your heart chakra does. So, yeah. So, but all this practice and to just do it will make you better at it, and yeah. And yeah, I can say some more things, right? And this is not exact. I mean, you don't need to do it this way. These are some ideas about it. So, yeah. Well, no, I think I won't say more about that now. I will just leave it for now. I also don't ever know how long I talk. And I'm sorry about the fact that I can't reply to questions here, if you have any. But maybe if you really focus, I can pick them up, and then maybe I answer them anyways. I should maybe sit beforehand and tune into if there are any questions you have. Haven't done that, no. Not now. But I hope you got something out of these cards. And yeah, that was brief little things that I have had in my mind for years and years to maybe talk about here on videos, and to do it in a structured way, which I haven't yet still done. But yeah, maybe there was some news for someone, but I look forward to going into deeper stuff, as I said before. Oh, sorry, I just dropped a pen here. Because I think about that a whole lot. You know, sometimes I feel, also therefore I say, okay, now I interrupt myself when I say things even. Wow, this was also a very weird thing. Oh, my cat woke up for that pen stuff. It was just a pen, baby. Nothing to be worried about. I will pick it up. So, it was just this, baby. Yeah. So. Hey. What? No, she doesn't want to look at it. Yeah. So, I dream about strange things. You know, there is a group that is called Volbeat. I never actually think I know that they existed. If I don't know, have I heard them? It feels like I've heard them somehow, or I've heard someone have mentioned them or something, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I kind of dreamt about them, about the name of that group, which odd dream. I mean, yeah, it was some other things also that was weird, but yeah. Yeah. What else? What I thought about is all these things, you know, and there are those who have so much, there are so beautiful qualities videos out there with bunches of crystals and all that, you know, yeah. I like to do it like this, though. I mean, this is so relaxing to me, but I also see that there is so much more you could do and show and everything that would be fun, but yeah. Even ordinary rocks. Maybe I would have to make videos soon to come anyways, to be able to share and show more about the things I want to talk about. Because although I haven't used crystals, but also I have a crystal pen, I haven't used crystals much, more stones that you can go out and just pick up, but I have a crystal amethyst pendulum though. Yeah. But when it comes to all the things I want to talk about, sort of things, this shamanic path that I love, also the Ayurveda, of course, and everything, and there is so much. I could go on for a lifetime, even just the I Ching or even the tarot. But there is a lot of things that I could. There will be no end to. However much I could talk about, I hope you find some of it interesting. But when it comes to the specific paths, I mean, I work generally within a sort of a frame, but it is like open, and it's just what I prefer. It's not that I feel limited to it, but this Moonlight Key or shamanic path, it works very well for me, and it's so powerful, and I love it, so I just keep doing that. But also the things that I learned during my witchcraft years, let's say, but they have never ended, sort of. But in Wicca, it's a gradual process of learning. It's like, you have to be able to integrate it well. You have to do it in a sort of a certain, not a certain pace, but in a certain order at least, because otherwise it will be really messy. And still, for the mind to capture... What is wrong with you now, little darling? She's just staring at me. I need to do something else now. So, anyways, I don't really see how to do that, because it feels strange to have stuff out there that is way deeper than the first teachings, because if someone missed out on that, then and maybe it will not be so good for them to... Yeah, you do understand how I think. But then again, this whole synchronicity thing and law of attraction thing and everything, and also people. Generally, people don't even bother to put too much energy and focus into something so that it will even be very harmful or work well. So I guess it's no problem, but we will see how I do that, because it bugs me a bit that there is so much basic information out there. It's almost all you find. It's like as if that was all there was, and that is just the briefest beginning of things. You can also find some deeper stuff, absolutely, but I wish someone would go deeper. And sometimes it seems like people have not discovered the depth of it, and sometimes maybe that is true. Yeah, we will see. But that is something I also would like to share, but probably that is easier to share person to person in a group like here around with some. I know there are those who are interested, so maybe I will teach or share that in such a setting instead of here. I don't know whether the interest is there or not, but it have been so good for me, and I think it's good for others as well. But we will see what I come up with, what I decide. Thanks for being there anyways, and I wish you a great day, week, year, and decade, and everything. And I hope I will not be as tired next time we talk here. Yeah. And again, thanks for likes and subscribing and commenting, although I don't read them. I still appreciate it. So, yeah, bye for now.